When a temptation comes and it enters into your mind, do this or look here, that's not sin. That's a temptation. That's not sin. It becomes sin when you give in to it. When you give yourself over to it, when you devote yourself to it, when you deliver yourself to do that very thing, that's when it becomes sin. But when it first enters into your mind, look at that. No, that's not temptation. But here's what you need to understand. Your mind, look at that. No, that's not temptation. But here's what you need to understand. You can't play around with temptation. You can't play around with sin. It will grab you, and it will grab you quickly. If you're out working in the fields in India or Pakistan, and there is a big cobra, and you've got a machete in your hand, and all of a sudden that cobra rises up, you can't sit there and talk to it. You can't reason with it. It's going to strike in a matter of a second or two. You've got to take off its head, or you've got to flee. You've got to get out of there. You can't play around with it. How many children do we know, at least that have been around me in my lifetime, that have sat there and played around with poisonous snakes, having a good time, and then all of a sudden they get too close, they get too careless, and what happens? The snake strikes. When you see the temptation, when it appears, don't play with it. Don't meditate on it. Don't think about it. Kill it. Get away from it. Flee from it. We're told to flee from certain sins. You see?